Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. Is there a secret to making relationships last? Well, our next guest, ARTURO DALY, I think so, and so much so, he wrote a book about it. In his recently released book titled 5 Habits of Purpose to Make Love Last, he draws from his personal experience as well as his years as a relationship coach to help couples stay together happily. And he also joins us right now, so welcome to the show, ARTURO. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, is these 5 habits that you talk about before we set them up, these 5 habits, if we follow them, basically we're going to understand each other as far as a couple goes in a relationship. Are these going to be hard habits for us to pick up, though?
Not really. I mean, once you have the book explains everything. Habits, take 3 to 5 days. As soon as you start them, I mean, there's no stopping. It's just one after the other, just following the steps, following my tips, and you can't go wrong.
All right. Okay. The first one, we're going to go through them. First one is being transparent. There is no secrets in a relationship. Tell us briefly what that means.
Well, I'll give you a great example. Imagine you're at Starbucks and you meet Hunter Biden, and you
Okay.
don't know who he is. You just know the last name Biden, and you've never heard about him. And then you start dating him, and you find out your friends tell him all his history.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't you rather hear that from Hunter
Absolutely.
instead of your friends? I mean, secrets will always creep up to
No,
haunt you. So it's better that you tell your partner any secrets that you have.
and it seems like when you're holding secrets in, you're not being your true self, and that's who I want to. I want to have a person that's their true self. And let's talk about this: is give thanks and praise. That's obviously good advice for anything, but it seems a little self-explanatory. Is there a little bit more to that?
Well, Easter just came and passed. I mean, give thanks and praise to the Most High, number one, but give thanks and praise to your partner. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to say thank you.
Yeah.
Praise that person. Give that person the same praise you did when you first met. When you're in that dating cycle, you're always giving compliments, you're always saying how good they look, etc. But then after a while, it stops for some reason, and you kind of forget, and you think, oh well, they already know, they know how I feel. It can't stop. Always give thanks and praise for all the good things in your relationship.
And I'm glad you said that, because I think not only the person that receives it, but the person that gives it is their mindset is that they're a thankful person, and they're going to be thankful for what they have because they're giving that thanks to that other person. So it's
Absolutely.
beneficial. I love that idea. All right, third one is no third parties allowed into the relationship. Okay, we're not talking about that kind of relationship, are we? Or
No, we're not talking about threesomes. We're talking about mothers-in-law. We're talking about father-in-law, brothers, sisters. I mean, they can mess up the chemistry. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of people where you let people live with you, and then it kind of just messes the chemistry.
yeah.
So those third parties, what I mean is just keep them, at a distance. They'll always be your friends. They'll always be your family. But it's better just to have the two of you in the
All
relationship.
right. I always say there's a reason that the doctor cuts the umbilical cord when you have a baby, because you're no longer connected to that much. And that same thing goes when you
Exactly.
get married. Okay. All right. Well, this kind of goes along with what I was kind of alluding to, but mix things up in the bedroom. That sounds fun. What are we talking about here?
Well, I'll give you an example. My wife and I, we'll do some role playing, just to spice things up. We've been together 25
Oh,
years, so
congratulations.
we'll do fun things just to keep it sexy. Like for example, I'll come in, pretend I'm a bill collector, and she hasn't got the money to pay the rent. So you know how she's going to pay the rent, and we take care of business.
I love that.
Just things like that.
It's
Just funny things like that.
it's fun because, okay, take sex out of it, but you're having fun with your partner. I love that. All right, you say finally your fifth one is add a new member to your relationship, but doesn't that contradict number 3 and possibly
Well,
number
what I
4?
mean by that is when you're in a new relationship, if you bring a pet into your
Oh,
relationship,
okay.
because I mean, it's not quite the same as taking care of a child, but it gives you that idea of responsibility,
All
and if
right.
you're ready for it.
Arturo, where can we get a copy of your book quickly?
Amazon.com.
All right, love it. We'll love to have you back again. 7 Secrets to What Make Love Last with Arturo DALY. Thank you so much for joining us. Good stuff.